Assalamu Alaikum. In the previous class we studied what is arithmetic sequences and what is common difference, and what do you mean by arithmetic sequence? The sequence got by starting with any number and adding a fixed number repeatedly is called arithmetic sequence. Otherwise, an arithmetic sequence is a sequence in which we get the same number on subtracting from any term and then the term is immediately preceding it. And this is arithmetic sequence. And what do you mean by common difference? It is a difference got by subtracting from any term the just previous term. അല്ലേ എന്താ ഒരു ടേമിൽ നിന്നും അതിൻ്റെ പ്രീവിയസ് ടേം സബ്ട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ കിട്ടുന്ന ആ ഒരു നമ്പറാണ് കോമൺ ഡിഫറൻസ്. ആ ഒരു ഡിഫറൻസ് ആണ് കോമൺ ഡിഫറൻസ്. ആൻഡ് ടുഡേ വി ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു ഡു ദ എക്സസൈസസ് ബേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ ദിസ് arithmetic sequence. Okay. You just take your textbook in front of watching this video. I am just reading the question. Check whether each of the sequences given below is an arithmetic sequence. Give reason for the arithmetic sequences. Write the common difference also. അതായത് തന്നിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ലിസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് സീക്വൻസസ് ഉണ്ട്, അതെല്ലാം അരിത്തമാറ്റിക് സീക്വൻസ് ആണോ എന്ന് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യണം. അതുപോലെ യു ഹാവ് ടു ഫൈൻഡ് if it is an arithmetic sequence, then you have to find the common difference also. Let's start our class. The first sub question is sequence of odd numbers. Sequence of odd numbers. Answer. What is the sequence of odd numbers? That we already know. The sequence 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. And then we want to check whether if it is an arithmetic sequence or not. For that we want to check, we want to subtract the first term from the second term from the third term, like that. So 3 minus 1 we will get what? 2. Then 5 minus 3 we will get 2. 7 minus 5 you also get 2. So we get a difference 2 in between each number in this sequence. Then we can say that it is an arithmetic sequence. It is an arithmetic sequence. And also we want to find the common difference. Common difference is equal to 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. You understand? So we proved it is an arithmetic sequence, and then if it is an arithmetic sequence we want to find the common difference also. Here the common difference of the odd numbers is 2. And moving to the next sub-question 2, sequence of even number. In the previous question sequence of odd numbers we find, and then here we want to find sequence of even numbers. എന്താണ് sequence of even numbers? Sequence is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. Okay, then we want to check if it is an arithmetic sequence or not. For that we want to subtract it from 4 minus 2 is 2, 6 minus 4 is 2, 8 minus 6 is also 2. Then in between each terms in this sequence the common difference is same. Then we can say that it is an arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic sequence, and then we want to find the common difference. Common difference is equal to 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. Isn't it? Then the third sub question, that is sequence of fractions got as half the odd numbers. Sequence of sequence of fractions got as half the odd numbers. അതായത് എല്ലാ ഓഡ് നമ്പേഴ്സ് നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ ഫൈൻഡ് ചെയ്തായിരുന്നു. ഓഡ് നമ്പേഴ്സിൻ്റെ എല്ലാം ഹാഫ് ആയിട്ട് വരുന്ന ഒരു സീക്വൻസ് ഒരു അരിത്തമാറ്റിക് സീക്വൻസ് ആണോ എന്ന് നമുക്ക് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യണം. ഓഡ് നമ്പേഴ്സ്. അപ്പോൾ മറ്റേ ഓഡ് നമ്പേഴ്സിൻ്റെ ഹാഫ് എടുത്ത് വേണം എഴുതാൻ. സീക്വൻസ് എങ്ങനെ വരും? ദ സീക്വൻസ് coming as 1/2, 3/2, 5/2, 7/2, 9/2, etc. Okay, then we have to check the difference in between these. Each term is same. So 3/2 minus 1/2 means 3 minus 1/2. That is 1. That is 2/2. That is 1. Isn't it? Then 5/2 minus 3/2 means 5 minus 3/2. That is 2/2. That was also 1. So in between all the terms the difference is same, then we can say that it is an arithmetic sequence. It is an arithmetic sequence. Then what we got as common difference is equal to 3/2 minus 1/2, that is equal to 1. Understand? So the sequence of fractions got us half the odd numbers. That was also arithmetic sequence. Then moving to the next. Sequence of powers of 2. Powers of 2. 2 in the powers in the sequence find cheyanam. So sequence is equal to first 2 in the power 2, then 2 raised to 2, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 raised to 4, etc. Okay, അങ്ങനെ പോകും. സോ 2 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 2 തന്നെ, 2 സ്ക്വയർ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ 4, 2 ക്യൂബ് 8, then 2 raised to 4 എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും എന്ത് കിട്ടും? 16, etc. This is the sequence we got from the powers of 2. This is the sequence. Then we have to check this is arithmetic sequence or not. So for that we want to subtract the second term, the first term from the second term. So we got 2. Then third term minus second term, we got 4. Then fourth term minus third term, we got 8. From this we can say that the common difference in between these sequences is different. The first common difference is 2, the second one is 4, the third one is 8. So it is different. Then we can say that it is not an arithmetic progression. Arithmetic sequence. അതായത് ഇതൊരു arithmetic sequence അല്ല. എന്താണ് റീസൺ? ഇതിൻ്റെ ഇടയ്ക്കുള്ള കോമൺ ഡിഫറൻസ് ഡിഫറെൻ്റ് ആണ്. സോ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് ആൻ അരിത്തമാറ്റിക് സീക്വൻസ്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് ആൻ അരിത്തമാറ്റിക് it is not an arithmetic sequence. Understand? Then one more sub question. Sequence of reciprocals of natural numbers. Natural numbers in the reciprocal the sequence എഴുതണം. Sequence of reciprocals. Sequence of reciprocals of natural numbers. We know that the natural numbers are എന്താണ് natural numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So sequence of reciprocals of natural number means we want to take the reciprocal of each natural number. So the first reciprocal of the first natural number is 1 by 1, then 1 by 2, then 1 by 3, 1 by 4, etc. Okay. Then we want to check this is an arithmetic sequence or not. So the second term minus the first term, we will get minus 1 by 2, isn't it? Then 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2, we will get minus 1 by 6. അതെങ്ങനെയാണ് ഫൈൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ക്രോസ് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ 1 into 1 minus 2 into 1 by 2 into 1. ഓക്കെ, അങ്ങനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇത് ഫൈൻഡ് ചെയ്തത്. സോ from this we can say that the common difference is different, so it is not an arithmetic sequence. It is not an arithmetic sequence. So now we done the first question, that is check whether each of the sequence given below is an arithmetic sequence. Give reasons for the arithmetic sequence, write the common difference of the following also. So 5 sub questions are there. We done that 5 sub questions. I hope you understand that. Then we are moving to the second question. In the second question, it is 3 squares are there, isn't it? 3 squares are there, and look at these pictures. If the pattern is continued, do the numbers of colored squares from form an arithmetic sequence. Give reasons. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് ഇതേപോലെ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്ത് പോവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അതിനകത്ത് അരിത്തമാറ്റിക് സീക്വൻസ് സ്ക്വയറിൻ്റെ അരിത്തമാറ്റിക് സീക്വൻസ് ഫൈൻഡ് ചെയ്യണം, അതിൻ്റെ റീസണും എഴുതണം. സോ ഫസ്റ്റ് വൺ, question number 2. Sequence of the number of colored small squares. അതിനകത്ത് ഫസ്റ്റ് സ്ക്വയറിൽ എത്ര കളേർഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്മോൾ സ്ക്വയേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്തേ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. ഫസ്റ്റ് you look at your textbook. First square has how many colored small squares? It has 8. Sequence എങ്ങനെ എഴുതും? ഫസ്റ്റ് സ്ക്വയർ have 8. Then next square have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 small colored squares. Then the next one have 16. It will be continued like that. We will get the next as 20 small colored squares. Then we have to check this is an arithmetic sequence or not. Then give the reasons also. So here, how will you check if it is an arithmetic sequence or not? We want to subtract the first term from the second term. We will get 4. Then third term minus second term, what? That was also 4. Then 20 minus 16, that was also 4. So the common difference in between each sequence is same. Then we can say that it is an arithmetic sequence. So we can write it is an arithmetic sequence of common difference എത്രയാണ്? 4. You understand? Then moving to the next question, that was also a picture. It is also 4 squares. See the pictures below. And first sub question is how many small squares are there in each rectangle. ഒരു 4 റെക്റ്റാങ്കിളിൻ്റെ പിക്ചറാണ് അവിടെ തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. In each rectangle there is some small squares, and the first question is how many small squares are in each rectangle. So the first answer, sequence of the number of small squares, that is equal to, look at that rectangles, how many, in the first rectangle how many small squares are there? There is 2 small square, so the first picture have 2 squares, and the second rectangle count there 1 2 3 4 are there, and the third one have 6, and the fourth one have 8. This is the sequence for the small squares. And how many large squares? Before that, in this sub question we want to check the sequence of number of small squares are in arithmetic sequence. So we want to check the common difference is same or not. So from this we got all the common difference is same, then we can say that it is an arithmetic sequence. So it is an arithmetic sequence of common difference 2. Okay, then the next sub question, how many large squares? Okay, how many large squares? ഇതിനകത്ത് ഈ തന്നിരിക്കുന്ന full rectangles-ലും എത്ര large squares ഉണ്ടെന്ന്. So എത്ര large squares ഉണ്ട്? The first rectangle has no large squares, and the second rectangle has 1 large square. 4 ചെറിയ squares ചേർന്നിട്ട് അതൊരു വലിയ സ്ക്വയർ ആയിട്ടല്ലേ നിൽക്കുന്നത്. So 1 large square, first one have 0, next one have 1, and the third one have, ആദ്യത്തെ 4 സ്ക്വയേഴ്സും കൂടെ ചേർന്നിട്ട് ഒരു വലിയ ബിഗ് സ്ക്വയർ ആവുന്നില്ലേ, അതൊരെണ്ണം ഉണ്ട്. പിന്നെ ലാസ്റ്റിലത്തെ 4 സ്ക്വയേഴ്സും കൂടെ നോക്കേ, it will also become one large square. So there is 2 large squares, isn't it? 2 large squares. And the third one, look at the third one, there is 1, middle 4 ചേർക്കുമ്പോൾ 2, ലാസ്റ്റിലത്തെ 4 small squares ചേർക്കുമ്പോൾ 3. So there is 3 large squares, etc. Then we want to check it is an arithmetic sequence or not. So 1 minus 0 is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, 3 minus 2 is also 1. From this question we can say that the common difference were same for this series, and what we can say that it is an arithmetic sequence. So it is also an arithmetic sequence. Okay, then the next sub question, how many squares in all, continuing this pattern in each such sequence of numbers and arithmetic sequence. That is, ഇനി ഈ തന്നിരിക്കുന്ന ഫുൾ പിക്ചേഴ്സിനകത്തും മൊത്തത്തിൽ എത്ര സ്ക്വയേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് നോക്കണം. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദ സീക്വൻസ് ഓഫ് നമ്പർ ഓഫ് സ്ക്വയേഴ്സ് ഇൻ ഓൾ. Sequence of number of squares in all. So look at the first rectangle, there is 2 squares. So the first rectangle have 2 squares, and the second rectangle has 1, 2, 4 small squares and 1 big square, isn't it? So total 5 squares. Then third one have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small squares and 2 big squares. So it will become 8. Then the next one have 3 big squares and 8 small squares, it will become 11, isn't it? Etc. Then check whether it is an arithmetic sequence or not. So, first 5 minus 2 we got 3, 8 minus 5 we got what? 3, 11 minus 8 also we got 3. Then the common difference of all the terms were same, then we can say that it is an arithmetic sequence of common difference 3. So this is the way we are checking the arithmetic sequence, if the following sequence are an arithmetic sequence or not. So now you completed the 3 questions from this exercises. 2 more questions we have, 3 more questions we have in this exercise. That questions we will done in the next video. Today's class is over. Assalamu Alaikum.